Good day, here are the top stories of the Manila Times for Thursday, March 3, 2022. Brought to you by Welcome Depot, the country's leading home improvement and construction supplies retailer. Shop conveniently 24/7 with Welcome Online Store. Just go to shop.welcome.com.ph. Narvacan, Ilocos Sur Mayor Luis Chavez Singson Sr. said on Wednesday that majority of the members of the League of Municipalities of the Philippines or LMP support the tandem of presidential candidate Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and his running mate Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio. Singson, president of the LMP, said that out of the 1,480 LMP members, around 80% or short of 1,200 mayors support the UniTeam. This came ahead of President Rodrigo Duterte's visit to Narvacan, Ilocos Sur on Friday, March 4, upon Singson's invitation to see their newly opened market. Singson said he will not use the event to lobby the president to endorse Marcos. 11 candidates who attended the event discussed several issues, including foreign policy, education, employment, and renewable power. If she will again win a Senate seat, House Deputy Speaker Loren Legarda pledged to give priority to job generation and pandemic recovery. PDP Laban Senate Bet House Deputy Speaker Rodante Marcoleta said that he will work to lower the cost of electricity. Like Legarda, lawyer Lorenzo Larigadon also vowed to push legislations that will provide employment. Senate candidates Salvador Panelo, Carl Balita, and Ibrahim Albani said that they will prioritize health and education to improve the quality of life of Filipinos. Independent Senate candidate Agnes Bailen said if elected senator in May, her priority legislation will focus on reorganizing the bureaucracy. Partido Lakas ng Masa Senate Bet Luke Espiritu warned that if he gets elected as senator, he will dismantle manpower agencies. Former Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. and former Agrarian Reform Chief John Castriciones committed to propose new measures that will resolve healthcare and economic problems to help boost the Philippines' post-pandemic recovery. Pasig Mayor Victor Maria Regis Vico Soto and Valenzuela Representative Wesley West Gatchalian were among the candidates that garnered the highest approval ratings with 92 and 85% respectively in a survey conducted by Publicus Asia in the National Capital Region or NCR in February. The other bets who topped the Publicus survey were Caloocan Representative Dale Along Malapitan with 52%, Las Piñas City Mayor Imelda Aguilar with 42%, Makati Mayor Marlene Abigail Binay with 68%, Malabon Councilor Enzo Oreta with 41%, former Mandaluyong Mayor Benjamin Ben Abalos Sr. with 64%, Manila Vice Mayor Maria Sheila Hani Lacuna with 44%, Marikina Mayor Marcelino Marcy Teodoro with 62%, Muntinlupa Representative Rosano Rufino Rufi Biazon with 55%, Navotas Representative John Ray Chanco with 51%, Parañaque Representative Eric Olivares with 63%, Pasay Mayor Imelda Emi Calixto Rubiano with 53%, Pateros Mayor Miguel Ike Ponce III with 62%, Quezon City Mayor Maria Josefina Joy Belmonte with 57%, San Juan Mayor Francisco Javier Francis Zamora with 68%, and Taguig Representative Maria Laarni Lani Cayetano with 75%. Publicus Asia Chief Data Scientist Dr. David Yap Jr. noted that the popular candidates were either incumbent or related to incumbent officials, saying that the trend could be attributed to brand recognition. With most countries condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Malacanang on Wednesday said it is praying for an early and peaceful resolution to the conflict. Cabinet Secretary and Acting Spokesman Carlo Alexi Nograles issued this statement following the special meeting of President Rodrigo Duterte with key military, police, and cabinet officials the night before to discuss the economic and security implications of Russia's actions against Ukraine to the country should matters continue to escalate. In world news, in Washington, D.C., addressing a concerned nation in anxious world, United States President Joe Biden vowed in his first State of the Union address on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning in Manila, to check Russian aggression in Ukraine, tame soaring U.S. inflation, and deal with the fading but still dangerous coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. Biden declared that he and all members of Congress, whatever their political differences, were joined with an unwavering resolve that freedom will always triumph over tyranny. Topping business, analysts anticipate that the Philippine peso will weaken against the US dollar this month due to rising interest rates in the United States and the ongoing Russia-Ukraine crisis. After closing February at 51.27 pesos, ratio to $1, analysts expect the peso to thread the 52 pesos to the US dollar level in March. The impact on the dollar-peso exchange rate, Ruben Carlo Asuncion, chief economist of Union Bank of the Philippines, said will be determined by the timeline or the length of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, adding that the longer it takes to resolve, the more volatility will impact the local pair. For Rajiv Biswas, Asia-Pacific senior economist for IHS Markit, the peso is likely to experience near-term headwinds due to rising U.S. short-term interest rates, with the U.S. Fed expected to begin hiking policy interest rates at the Federal Open Market Committee meeting this month. In sports, Alaska shoots for their 7th victory in 10 games against the slumping Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters in the resumption of the PBA Governor's Cup at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The Aces are coming off a thrilling 94-93 triumph over the Meralco Bolts last Saturday, February 26, capped by a game-winning jumper from rookie RK Ilagan. The Aces, who are leaving the PBA at the end of the tournament, are looking for more inspiring games like that in their farewell tour. But more importantly, they need to win their remaining 2 games, including Thursday's game against Phoenix, to assure themselves of a spot in the top 4. The top 4 teams at the end of the elimination round will have a twice-to-beat advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Alaska is currently in 4th place with a 6-3 record. In Toronto, Scotty Barnes had 18 points and 10 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr. scored 24, and the Toronto Raptors rallied to beat Brooklyn 109-108 on Tuesday, Wednesday in Manila for their 2nd win over the struggling Nets in 2 days. Pascal Siakam fouled out with 18 points, and Malachi Flynn scored 15 for the Raptors, who were coming off a 133-97 victory in Brooklyn on Monday. Thaddeus Young and Kim Birch each had 11 points for Toronto. Trent went 9 for 9 at the free throw line. James Johnson scored 19 points. Seth Curry had 18, and LaMarcus Aldridge added 16 for the Nets. Cam Thomas had 11, and Goran Dragic scored 10. The Times editorial cites other options for fighting higher fuel prices in the wake of the escalating Russian-Ukraine crisis. Read the full version in the opinion section on print and digital edition, or listen to the voice of the Times. Featured columnists on today's front page are Yen Macabenta, Antonio Contreras, and Ed Selagman. Macabenta writes about energy superstitions. Green delusions enabled Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Contreras on when artificial intelligence controls speech and violates rights. And Lagman on the escalating support from Lenny's friends. For more news and information, read the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and keep up with the Times. This is Christian Crow Maghanoy, reporting.